Hey everyone, Brandon here. Welcome back to another video. What if I told you that one of the most common marketing strategies out there was actually designed to lose you customers? Sounds pretty wild, right? Why would anyone throw money at a system built on the revolving door of customers? A system where loyalty is just this afterthought and your brand's reputation. Well, in essence, there's just collateral damage. So stick around because today I'm going to pull back the curtain on a risky game that many marketers and agencies are playing right now, and that's called the churn and burn method. So picture this. You're literally setting fire to a big chunk of your marketing budget every single month. Pretty much what the churn and burn strategy does. In a world you're shelling out cash hand over fist to get customers in, only to watch them walk right back out. And it's not just wasted cash we're talking about, it's this slow chipping away at your brand's future. And here's the scary thought about it. Customer acquisition costs have skyrocketed. E-commerce brands, they could be losing serious money for every new customer they get compared to 10 years ago. And guess what? It's even harder now with targeted ads precisely making your strategy that basically expects customers to leave even more of a dangerous concept. So what exactly is the churn and burn monster that we're talking about in this? Basically, it's a super aggressive strategy of doing marketing. It's all about grabbing new customers as fast as possible with the almost zero thought for keeping them around or, helping them. The long-term health of their brand doesn't matter. You as an agency don't care. That's the churn bit. It's just constantly bringing in new people, just shove them back out essentially through non-compliance or not helping them in any regard. Because that's how, quickly that those clients will ditch you. Just within a month, within 2 months, depending on your contract style, 3 to 6 months. Imagine it as a leaky bucket. You're desperately trying to fill it, but water is gushing out and there's holes at the bottom. That's chum. That's the churn. And then the burn, well, that's you torching through resources, which is time, money, energy, all to snag the new customers quicker than early. This usually means there's a ton of outreach, a ton of cold, warm campaigns, massive budgets, and crazy deep discounts that are just too good to be true. And guess what? They are too good to fucking be true. So why? Why is it that marketers do this, fall for this, or even engage in this? It's such a scummy practice. And the appeal is terrible. But guess what? The appeal is money. Money. Especially when the pressure gets to you, right? The idea that, hey, I'm bringing in 10 clients every month and I'm only losing 5 because I got them in a 3-month contract. Well, that's printing free money in a legal sense, as long as you meet a bare minimum set of standards. So let's dig into that burning part. This isn't just about spending your marketing cash. It's like setting it on fire, setting the client on fire, and having less and less impact over time to that brand, essentially letting it just fade into the distance. And to keep this churn and burn machine that we're talking about chugging along, companies will use some pretty aggressive tactics. Think massive email blasts to the tens of millions that are, pretty much spam, just down to it. It's spam. But these huge pricey campaigns with huge discounts, all it takes is one person, 1%, one organization to say, hey, I want that. I'll sign up for that. Well, they just made their money back. 2%? They just doubled. The problem is with that, spending this as fast as it does can drain the essential resources and the entire market as a whole. It burns a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Your marketing list, they'll get tired out. Your customers will say, fuck you, I'm done with it. And the response rates will pretty much just dry up. Ad budgets get stretched thin, and you're always trying to outdo yourself with the lowest quality, with the fastest churn. And let's face it, even now, 2025, CAC, or customer acquisition cost, your conversion rates, all that jazz, is a huge deal, right? It's your key performance metric, it's your KPI. A high CAC can really stop the company from growing and messes with the cash flow. But it's the most important thing. You're dealing with customers, back up. If you're paying more to get customers than they're actually worth, their long-time value means nothing, then it's like burning into the sun. It's fast and it's bright and it's shiny, but you'll die really fast. And that organization, the client, essentially is dying really fast. You as the marketing agency don't care. Remember, it's the churn and burn. Imagine it like hamster wheel crazy, an activity that just goes round and round, and the agency is the one reaping the profits off that wheel, not you as the client. Now, nobody cares about you as the client. So let me kind of take away the burn. We get the burn. You're done. Your client's burned. Pool is burned. Everybody hates you. But now I am the agency. I only care about the churn. I only care about bringing in customers more than the outflows. So the churn rate in this sense, that's the key number that I as the agency care about. It's telling you that the percentage of customers who stop doing business with you in a certain time frame is less than the amount that you're bringing in. And, when I sucker you in a contract of 3 to 6 months and I have a burn rate of at least a month, well, that's printing money for me. I'd feel bad at it, maybe. If I engage in this churn and burn as a marketing agency, I'm pretty much scum. But if I am morally corrupt or ethically dubious, then I don't really care too much about burning you. And I only care about that ROI coming from me. So if I spend $2,000 to get a client that's paying $1,000 a month and the retention rate is 6 months, well, I'm making $4,000, and I do that constantly using mass media, using social media, using paid ads as leverage. Well, there I go. But think about what this does for you as the team, you as the client. So your sales and your marketing is going to be under insane pressure to consistently and constantly bring in the new blood under almost false pretenses. And it's demoralizing. This high churn rate, these flashing warning signs to the deeper issues that come with owning that business or wrecking that business essentially. And you end up with unhappy customers, and unhappy customers retaliate. If I'm an agency and I have a bad customer and that bad customer decides to destroy reputations, physically go after me, illegally try to bind me into something, I mean, you are creating such a hostile environment for not only yourself as the business owner for the marketing agency, but you're creating hassle for your sales team that are doing this churn and burn method. Is creating a level of negativity and animosity towards everything revolving around the business. And one day they're going to wake up and you as the agency and the business owner for that churn and burn agency is going to be looking back and thinking, man, I royally messed this up. People are looking into my soul and they're saying, I will hurt you. Because you essentially have decided, hey, I'm not going to take care of your business. I'm just going to take your money, let you suffer and figure it out, because at the end of the day, I can bring in more clients than I can piss off. And that's typically where everything just goes wrong in the dark side of this churn and burn. It's not just a bad system, it destroys everything. So first off, brand reputation. This approach usually is going to mean unhappy customers all around, from the agency to the people who employ the agency. And today, with everything being online, as I alluded to, things will turn bad fast. Negative buzz, bad reviews, people not trusting you. You essentially liquefy all your goodwill to the general market. And remember, customers today are a lot smarter and have a lot more access to research and knowledge. And if they're going to get that transparency and realness, they're going to want it also in a good experience. But if you're going to give them the real while essentially stabbing them in the back, you're going to get everything is personal. Everything is going to get personal. It's going to hurt. And then there's the fact that it's just not sustainable in the long run. If I'm an agency who is doing a churn and burn and I've created such a negativity through my clients, through my area, people notice you, people will tag you. People who essentially got burned by that method are going to remember you. Word of mouth, the negative, all throughout. And then the animosity, it gets to you mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. It will eventually wreck you financially. And people who engage in the churn and burn method think because it's fast enough and they can maybe get out fast enough that it's not, but the residual effects of it is almost in your personality. At a certain point, you become a salesman sharp against the general populace. And that's going to affect your personal life. That's going to affect your family life. That's going to affect everything about you to a degree that you think, don't worry, it's not going to hurt me right now. Well, yeah, but it will consistently over time. And that long-term hatred and long-term negativity is going to essentially corrupt you. And that might sound a little bit, I don't know, high and mighty or grandiose, or, Brandon, you don't know what you're talking about because it hasn't affected me or anything like that. And hey, I get it. Everybody has a certain tolerance for ethics, morality, and what they're willing to do to get what they perceive as the thing. In this case, it would be money. I'm only going to hurt other people because it is giving me the amount of money that I need to do this certain thing. Hey, I get it. Everybody has their own level of tolerance for each of these things. And so when I'm saying these things and I'm presenting it, a churn and burn, it's because of my own experience with how the churn and burn has affected people around me, has affected my potential for new clients. I've had more clients come to me because they've been churned and burned so often that they do not respect, rely, or even give opportunities to agencies of a certain degree because of it. And it poisons the well for everybody. And so that's why I'm so vindictive against certain agencies that engage in this practice. But again, until you experience it yourself or are you on the bad end of that stick, you might look at this video and look at what I'm saying as moral grandstanding, or maybe a little bit high and mighty for who I am, what I'm trying to achieve. But I am speaking to you as a marketer, as a business owner, as an advertiser, somebody who has come off of this level of experience through all these things. And I don't want you as a potential client to get churned and burned. I don't want you to experience the hellscape that comes with trying to build a business just to have it ripped out from under you because you got suckered into a bad contract. So, yeah, I think that's all I really want to talk about for the churning and burning. Look, those quick, flashy numbers are going to be tempting. It's like a siren song to new entrepreneurs or new business owners, people who want their dreams to explode in a positive way. I get it, but you need to understand this churn and burn strategy if you are not of the marketing side of business and you want to focus more on, let's say, the management side, let's say the idea side. You have a good product, you have a good service, you want to bring it to fruition, and you don't have the time as a business owner to say, hey, I need to do the marketing aspect. I need to get my name and recognition, all that out there. And so you outsource that for a marketing agency. And you have to know the shit that comes with a marketing agency. And this is a real potential. And sadly, a lot of the times you're not going to know unless you know. And so I'm trying to give you the information so you can know. So it's a risky road. It usually ends with a drained resource of stuff, a trash reputation, your business that just will not be able to pull itself up out of the first, second year, and it will quickly put a sour taste in your mouth for business altogether. But don't get caught in this trap. Instead, you should aspire to choose a brand that has a system of integrity, has a system of value towards your consumers, longevity, sustainability, transparency. Would you aim for this level of sustainable growth, then it's meant to last. It's something you can be proud of as a business owner. So what do you think? You, person who's watching the video, have you experienced a churn and burn? Have you seen it happen to somebody that you care about? Tell us your experience below. And hey, if my opinion's wrong and you think my opinion's wrong, please also voice that. I would like to know. I would like my audience to know. And I hope you found this valuable. And until next time, I'll see you next one. Bye.